Hey guys, what's up? It's Aspect Entertainment Studios. Well, not back here. This is the first video. Well, not technically the first video, but it's it's like the first, like, fuck. Whatever. Anyway, guys, I want to come on here, talk to you guys a little bit, because been some delays with When Devils Dance, and I don't know, I just kinda wanna make like a little like video thing. I don't know. I just kinda wanted to provide like some clarity on what what it is, because I feel like I haven't really made that clear on but some people are like, well, what the hell is When Devils Dance? What the fuck is that? So I don't know, I'm just gonna kind of come on here and like randomly like rant about stuff about the project and like explain a couple things to you guys, and then hopefully you guys will kind of like understand shit. But anyway, basically for a long time I've been wanting to basically be a part of like films and shit for like a long ass time. Basically what happened was I was like, oh, I can be in the films and like whatever. And this was like when I was pretty young. I was probably like 12 or something. But like as I got older, it was like I could see it like wasn't gonna happen. It wasn't possible. And getting into those films, that's really hard. Like you basically have to know somebody. That's like the only way you're gonna be, getting into movies and shit. But basically, a little while after that, I realized like, oh well, whatever, But then I was like, oh well, I can just make my own movies. So I did, and they sucked. So you guys can check those out. I made like 3 of them. Really freaking bad. They're really bad. So and the problem with those ones were like for a movie, you have to like write a script, like write characters. Like each character has to have like all these different elements. Like one character isn't just good or bad or like just does shit for random reasons. Like everything has to have a reason. Everything has to be like plotted out, and like there's like a whole like shitload of like stuff you have to think about when you're writing characters and writing a story. And okay, well, why are these people doing this? Like, why is this guy trying to kill this dude? Like, like hopefully you guys kind of get what I'm saying. But like in those couple movies, I made Agents 1, A Great Endeavor, and I made Agents 2, Origins, and I made this, I don't even know what you'd call it. It's not a slasher and it's not really a horror movie. It's called The Walker, but I don't know, it's kind of weird. I don't know, whatever. I call those projects my legacy projects, because that's kind of what I've done to get to this point. So basically after I made those, basically all the people I was making them with had other obligations, had, life came along, which is what happens when you're alive. So after that, I didn't really have anyone to make any of this stuff with, basically. And all those projects, I just heard something in the background, I don't know. Anyway, I don't even like, when I like made all those projects, there was no like script. There was no like story. If you watch them, they're like, you don't even know what's going on. It's like, okay, well, why is this guy doing this? And what's the backstory with that? And there's all this stuff that's just everywhere. And it's just a giant mess. The Walker was a little bit better, but there was literally no story. Characters were extremely one-dimensional. It was literally just like, oh, well, let's just make this random ass thing because why not? Now, it's been about, I want to say, so wait, 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022. It's been like 5 years since those came out in 2018 when those happened. It is now 2023 in November, early November. And about a year ago, I had a really good idea. And I get really good ideas very often. But this idea was like really good. Like really, really, really good. So basically over the last year, I've basically been writing this whole story, this whole thing that I want to display on YouTube on this channel. I have this whole story laid out. All these characters, plot lines, like a bunch of these cool villains and enemies and all these locations and all this stuff. It's all planned out right now. Right now, in November of 2023, there's all this stuff planned out already. Now, so basically what was going to happen is all of this stuff was supposed to start this time last year. But it wasn't going to be good again. So I stopped, I dropped it, and I rolled. No, I'm kidding. No, but anyway, I stopped and I started from scratch. But I didn't exactly start from scratch, but like, Here, let's just think about it like this. When you're writing an essay, you know, you got like that formula where it's like, oh, like topic sentence, you know, paragraph 1, paragraph 2, paragraph, you know, so I wrote the whole essay, right? Then I was like, you know what, this sucks. So I erased all of it, but I still have the formula, if that makes sense. So none of the characters really changed. None of what I wanted to do really changed. It's just like the stories and stuff kind of like morphed around. Because originally, what was going to happen is the first project I was going to have out was going to be called Relic Hunters, which follows, well, okay, well, I'm not going to tell you guys that much, but I'll make like a follow-up to this video. It'll be like a follow-up video. But anyway, there's this like Relic Hunters thing, like this whole thing I created. Basically, it was going to be kind of this weird, I mean, it's kind of cool, but it's kind of weird. It was going to be this like interactive like story thing almost, where I was going to have a character that would be the viewer, basically. But it was really weird because, so basically I was going to do it on TikTok, and I was going to make like 50 of like these little like couple minute little like TikTok like story things. And basically I was going to make these and like then like I'll have people like duet them. Like a viewer could be like, oh, well, I want to be a character. Like I want to like, you know, whatever. So like they'd duet it, and then like it's like, oh, I'm in the story, you know. But the problem with that one is that, well, there wasn't really a problem with it, but it was just gonna be kind of weird. It was just gonna be one of those weird things where it's like, like, yeah, that might seem kind of cool to you guys, but like the story and stuff would have taken like way too long to tell. And like the shorts format was gonna be really weird, because that would mean that I would have to literally like memorize like 2 minutes of lines and like say them all perfectly, and like everything has to happen perfectly, because you can't really cut a short, you know, so it's like, well, I guess you can, but I don't know. That was an idea that I was gonna have, but that fell through. But Relic Hunters, that's still going to happen, but not in the way that I just explained it to you guys. So basically, I stopped that, because I was going to start everything, and I was going to like start going. But I couldn't find people, I couldn't, like there wasn't the, can't find the words. It's like it wasn't the right time, you know. Like I was like trying to create this story, and it just like it I wasn't getting a good vibe, you know. Like it didn't feel right. I was like, gotta take a step back. Gotta, you know, think about it. Gotta restart. You know, gotta restart that story again. Gotta build those characters again. So then, for the past year, I've been writing these stories, writing these characters, creating this world I want to have, you know, a bunch of stuff like that, a bunch of cool stuff. Really, really good stuff right here. So basically, When Devils Dance is going to be the first project in a long line of these projects I'm going to try to create. Now, it all could just fall through, it could just fall apart, and this is just, I'm just blabbering nothingness. But I think I have it figured out this time. So, I think it's gonna work. I think so. But, yeah, so basically, I don't know if you guys have been following my Twitter, link in the description below, or X, I don't know. No one calls it X, so I'm not going to call it X. And Twitter is way better than just X. So, yeah, I'm just going to call it Twitter, because, yeah. But basically, the problem is with When Devils Dance, it's kind of in limbo right now, because, like, see, the problem with Devil's Dance was I wrote only, like, a portion of the script, and then it wasn't fully finished when I started filming, because I'm gonna sneeze. Whew, jeez. My nose still on? Alright, still on there. Anyway, I really wanted When Devils Dance to be out in October. Obviously it's November and it's not out yet. So, is that blood? Shit. Anyway, basically it's supposed to be out in October, and it didn't really work because, see, the thing was, I mean, I'll do a whole, like, story on it when it comes out, but basically it was like I had a big, like, I knew what I wanted to do for kind of the second half of the story, and I had, like, the first little chunk figured out, but there's kind of this big, like, part right after the first little chunk that I had figured out that I didn't really write out. And and it's weird because I couldn't, like, figure out what to do with this part. So basically, I kept filming shit, I kept trying to, like, figure it out. Okay, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Like, the timeline is, like, closing, like, you know, it's almost Halloween, gotta have it out, whatever. Couldn't figure it out. I could not figure out for the life of me what to put right there. and I basically filmed like way too much crap and none of it made it in, and I don't know, it was kind of a disaster, but I kind of pulled it together. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely not the best project in the world, but this first project, like, it's definitely important to the story I'm telling, but it's not, like the actual project itself is not perfect. And that I feel like is okay, because I feel like in the future, like there's literally like 5 things you need to know about this project. Like literally 5 things. But I basically just need to like introduce the character in some way. The character being Rados. That's his name. Not to get confused with Kratos or whatever from God of War, I think it is. I don't know. And actually, I did not copy that name at all. I didn't even realize that was associated. I've never played God of War before, so I don't even know. But I'd already created that character, and like 6 months later, I was like, oh, there's literally a guy that has like almost the exact same name, only there's a K. And like spelled exactly like Rados, but just with a K. I don't know. It's whatever. But anyway, basically the timeline is right now is that When Devils Dance will hopefully be released any day now. Hopefully. This video is hopefully going to go up tonight on November 6th. So maybe the 7th, I don't know. But I really want this video up tonight because I said like, oh, it's releasing in October, and then like I didn't release anything, and I haven't posted trailers and whatever. But the problem is with the trailers is that I was going to have a second trailer. But the first trailer, linked it in the description, was already really good, and there was literally no other reason why I needed to create a second trailer. So now the teaser trailer, which is still the teaser trailer, is actually the normal trailer. If that makes sense. And, well, it's not the normal trailer. It is the teaser trailer, but I'm not making normal trailer. So that one technically is the teaser trailer and the normal trailer. If that makes sense. So, but basically the timeline is, right now, there is going to be When Devils Dance. Any day it'll come out, hopefully. And then, right around Christmas time, there's going to be this other story called Aspect of Death. Death. I can't get the THs, just shut up. Anyway, Aspect of Death is going to come out in, hopefully, like mid-December. But now, When Devils Dance is being delayed. And the problem is that there's like 1,000 things going on at once right now, because I really want to do Twitch streaming, and there is a hole in this room over here, not this room I'm in, but another room, which is going to be our Twitch room, has a hole in the wall, so I have to fix the hole in the wall, paint the room, and I'm trying to create Aspect of Death. I'm trying to get it all filmed, but all the stuff in the room had to be taken out of the room. So now the house is messy. So now I can't film Aspect of Death. And it's really annoying because it's gonna be really good. Like really freaking good. Because before, like a week ago, it was just gonna be kinda good. But then I changed around a couple things and now it's gonna be like really, really good. So that's gonna be cool. And then after that, there's going to be, I'm saying the confirmed projects right now. 100% confirmed will happen. All the other ones, not so sure. But there's going to be another one called, well, I'm not going to say the names but there's going to be another one that is going to be a short. And then there's going to be another one after that. It's going to be a special presentation. Now, right here, this is the end of the video. We're going to explain all of the different classifications of videos that I'm going to be doing. And these classifications do not mean that the quality of a video is going to suck or like whatever. The classifications are basically just like, if it says like short, then like I want you guys to know like, oh, well, it's only going to be like about that long. So it's basically just convenient for you guys, the viewers, because let's just say you only have 30 minutes to like watch a YouTube video or something. And it's like, oh, well, I can watch a short because, it's only whatever. But yeah, honestly, it's kind of a stupid reason, but I don't really know. I mean, it's just a thing, whatever. I'll just tell you guys. Basically, a short is going to be a very small project under like 20 minutes. Well, 20 minutes is probably too far. I'd say under 15 minutes. So a short is going to be under 15 minutes. That's pretty short. So, yeah. But then there's going to be these other projects. The one I'm making right now is currently a special presentation, is what I call it. And the special presentations are going to be like 25 to like 45 minutes long. It's kind of like a little short movie, Then after that, there's going to be holiday specials, or like a different type of special. It's basically the exact same thing as the special presentations, only it's like pertaining to a holiday. So now you guys kind of might see where like some future content might be, like some future avenues. But anyway, another type of project I'm going to be doing, I call that, well, it's basically going to be like a movie, but it's a project because, like, I don't know, I just call them projects just because that's what it is, it's a project. So, basically kind of the movie type projects are at least going to be an hour and 15 minutes long. At least I'd like them to be longer, but there's a couple that I'm like, it might be kind of short. So, and then the biggest projects are going to be the shows. Now, the episodes are going to be very short, but there's going to be ultimately a longer runtime than anything else. So, for most shows, I'm hoping to do a 20 to 25 minute runtime. So, and mainly I just do 20 to 25 minutes because anything longer and I'd be working on it for a very long time. Because the thing is with all these projects is I really want to be able to show like not a big portion, but like a lot of things happening in this universe like very quickly, if that makes sense. Like, I don't want to have it where I post a project and it's 2 years later and the next one comes out. I don't want that to be the case. I want it to be, I post a project and 2 months later the next one comes out. That's what I want. And by making these shorter projects with a very low budget and mainly focused on story and characters and relatively like low what am I trying to say? Like relatively low, damn. But hopefully that kind of makes sense for you guys a little bit. So, When Devils Dance coming out any day. Hopefully very soon. There's kind of this one scene that... See, the problem is the one scene I still have to film is like probably the most important scene, not for that story particularly, but for the larger story I'm trying to tell. So basically, like, this scene has to be in it, has to be in the story, but it's like, it's really difficult for like this part. It's not really difficult. It's, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but hopefully any day it's coming out. Hopefully. So, thank you guys for watching. This is definitely way longer video than I wanted to film, but it's coming very soon. When Devils Dance. Check out all my socials below. And damn, I keep forgetting what I'm gonna say. Oh yeah, last thing, if you guys are wondering if I filmed When Devils Dance completely by myself, that would be a correct answer. I did When Devils Dance, well, not exactly completely, like 95% of it I did. I did the editing, I did the acting, I thought of the whole story, everything. Right now, I have worked on When Devils Dance for over 60 hours, I believe. 60 hours, that is over 2 days. That's over 2 days. 2 days is 48 hours. I've worked on it over more than 2 days. Not all together though, don't worry. Like 2 days over the course of, I started it right after July is when I started it. When I started filming and doing everything. So it is now November. Took way too long, but that's whatever. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.